Hey Star Warriors, StarGeek here, and welcome to the 27th episode of Star Wars Factor Beam, the series where I tell you 5 Star Wars facts that you can't pull away from. Each episode is centered around a certain character, film, or category. In today's episode, the character under lockdown in the cell block level of the Fact Star is Mon Calamari leader, Admiral Ackbar. Let's hop right into it with fact number 1. Admiral Ackbar's fish-like appearance is an iconic part of his character, but he wasn't always meant to look so alien.
Enough of this serious talk. I'd like to regale you now with, oh, I'm ugly as sin, 'cause beautiful's out ugly's in.
Ackbar was originally intended to be a well-groomed and more attractive-looking human being, much closer to the appearance of General Madine. But George Lucas wasn't too happy with the look. He approached the director of Return of the Jedi, Richard Marquand, and put him in total control. Marquand intentionally chose the strangest concept art that he could find to fill in as the body of the rebellion admiral. He said he decided on the most delicious, wonderful creature out of the whole lot. This great big, wonderful calamari man with a red face and eyes on the side. He thought it was a great way to show the audience that good and evil don't always coincide with attractiveness or ugliness. This simple decision changed the history and background of the Mon Calamari forever.
If you're ugly like me, you're in good company, 'cause there's millions of us who are ugly.
Fact number 2. Eric Bauersfeld, the voice actor behind Ackbar's unique voice, also voiced Jabba's henchman, Bib Fortuna.
The picture went on, and the moment was coming up, and then finally Ackbar was there, and I said, "Mom, that's me." And she said, "Shh." She didn't care at all. She was taken by the movie.
Eric Bauersfeld reprised his role as Ackbar for 2015's The Force Awakens at the age of 93. He died in April of 2016, but made his final mark a memorable one. The puppeteer inside of the costume, Tim Rose, also puppeteered Jabba's pet, Salacious B. Crumb, and the lead singer of the Max Rebo Band, Cy Snoodles. Like Bauersfeld, Rose reprised his role as Ackbar for Episode 7. So what you see of the character in The Force Awakens is 100% original Ackbar. I actually met Tim Rose in 2015 during Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, and he was a really nice guy. I definitely suggest stopping by his booth if you ever get the chance to meet him.
They have defensive shields that our ships cannot penetrate.
Penetrate it. Penetrate it. Penetrate. Pen. No ship can penetrate it.
Fact number 3. In the expanded universe, Admiral Ackbar was a slave, personal pilot, and interpreter to Grand Moff Tarkin.
It is protected by an energy shield, which is generated from the nearby forest moon of Endor.
Around 19 BBY, the Calamarian council leader, Gial Ackbar, was captured by an Imperial fleet officer. He was then presented as a gift to Grand Moff Tarkin, who used him as a personal valet and translator during his occupation of Ackbar's homeworld. During his time under Tarkin's command, he learned much about special Imperial projects such as the first Death Star, and used this information to feed knowledge to the rebellion. He was eventually freed during an attack on Tarkin's shuttle, assisting the cause over the years and quickly working his way up in the ranks of the Alliance. Who knew that these two had such a close connection, even to the point that Tarkin actually greatly respected Ackbar.
Wow, Admiral Ackbar! Wow, Admiral Ackbar cereal! Colorful marshmallows! Imitation crab meat!
Your tongues can't repel flavor of that magnitude!
Fact number 4. The University of Mississippi wanted Ackbar as their school mascot.
We are in need of a new rebel leader. Admiral Ackbar is the perfect mascot for Ole Miss.
Those who are not in the know, Admiral Ackbar is I guess you would say, squid-like alien who leads the Rebel Alliance in Star Wars to victory.
In 2010, the University of Mississippi in Oxford, Mississippi, began taking submissions for a mascot change. A small group of students started campaigning for the beloved Star Wars character, Admiral Ackbar, to represent their school. Lucasfilm took note of this action and actually sent out the statement, "Lucasfilm is flattered that our Star Wars fans at the University of Mississippi are considering electing Admiral Ackbar as their mascot. The last time we checked in with Admiral Ackbar, he was leading the Rebel Alliance fleet on a critical mission, so it will be difficult for him to show up for the games." Unfortunately, Ackbar was beat out by a black bear. It might have been something to do with the fact that Mississippi actually has the lowest percent of Star Wars fans in the entire nation. If Alaska, Washington, or Utah had been campaigning for this, it might have been a different story.
He's got lasers. Tell me a mascot that has lasers, dude.
Lucasfilms let us know Ackbar won't be available because he's fighting evil forces in another galaxy.
And finally, fact number 5. Ackbar's most iconic line wasn't ever in the original script.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 27.
It's a trap!
Everyone knows the famous quote, "It's a trap." It's the line that truly skyrocketed this character to fame, being one of the most quoted and referenced Star Wars lines in the entire saga. But in the actual script, this exclamation was a bit different. Lawrence Kasdan originally wrote the line as, "It's a trick." During post-production, the filmmakers felt like the line didn't quite convey the urgency that the scene demanded. They wanted to bump up the effectiveness of the moment, and thus this Star Wars gem was born. This fandom just wouldn't be the same without Ackbar's memorable quote.
Aha! This is the ploy. No. It's a ruse. No. It's an ambush. No. A subterfuge. No. A confining device. A snare. A box popped up with a stick. It's a trap. It's a wrap. Where's my hat? It's a trap! Sorry. Just finally figured it out. On my way back to the office. Couldn't get it out of my head.
That wraps up episode 27 of Star Wars Factor Beam. Subscribe to StarGeek for weekly Star Wars content. Did you learn anything about the enslaved human mascot, Trap Bowersfeld? If so, put it in the comments below. If you liked the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button. At light speed. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by clicking the links in the description, and you can check out my last video, The Mystery Behind Max Rebo's True Appearance, if you just click on the thumbnail. You can also click on the right to watch Factor Beam episode 26 on the Death Star. Don't forget to comment on your character suggestions below the video. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been StarGeek.
Oh, I'm ugly as sin. 'Cause beautiful's out ugly's in. If you're ugly like me, you're in good company. 'Cause there's millions of us who are ugly.